Hello friends, welcome back. So this is episode 2 of the FIFA 21 series that I started. It's been a long time, around 1 month gap. Actually, I was waiting for the update to be released for David Beckham so that I can show you how exactly they have placed the David Beckham icon in the card, and I will show you the exact the way they introduced in FUT and in Volta as well. So we'll start off where we left off in the last one in episode 1. So there are three big deals to be finalized, so let's jump onto the game straight away and see what has happened. So this is the card I got after December 15. And suddenly when I opened, there was an update and I saw this Beckham card unveiling, and see, this is David Beckham with his initial 86 OVR, and uh, he's pretty good actually, and this is an untradeable, so you can play with Beckham for a lifetime till you are playing FIFA 21 actually. And he is in Volta as well. I will show the Volta pack as well, how Beckham was introduced to it at the end of the video or in the next episode if we have, because this transfer market is going to be a big one, so I don't think then I will be jumping into Volta in the next video. So we'll continue with the career mode here. So as we finish the last day, there is a training session, mandatory training day. I will show the new training module here in FIFA 21. Here the case is, previously what we did, we normally simulated the drills. So now the thing is, like, if you don't play the drills at least once, then it will be kind of a automatic rated. So mostly, as you all know, whenever is automated rated, it's kind of a lower rating. So what I decided was, I was shuffling my team, so I want changes in my lineup as well for these trainings. So I am switching off the players. Some players I want to be included which I have newly purchased, so I want them to be trained because I know they can scale up very quickly. So accordingly, I am selecting my players. And so initially that I read also, like, if you once at least play the training modules, right, then you get the more chances of getting a higher ratings, like if you have completing one training at around your excellent in it and yours get graded as A, and that A will be continued for that training for the rest of the season. Like if you want to simulate it, it will be continued as A only. So better for each kind of training, you just enter once and try to achieve the highest grade as possible, so it will be better for developing the sharpness and the player development as well. So the sharpness plays a crucial role in this FIFA 21. The more sharpness is, the player is much more game ready. So normally, as FIFA suggests on their reviews as well, like, try to keep at least 50 sharpness for each player before the match, so that is like kind of helpful for in match scenarios. So basically my target was to keep the playing 11 more sharpful than the reserve or the substitutes. So the development here is kind of different, that I am also seeing here. The player development is more, the much more you give them the game time. It's not like they're training and developing, also the game time matters much more. So I'll be trying to play the drill. Let's see what this drill is about. This is same as old FIFA 20, this defending drill. Here only the same way, you just need to defend and in pair and you need to stop it. The same FIFA 20 we had the same thing. So this is kind of an old one. The only thing is the control and everything is a bit different than FIFA 20. The jockeying and all. So that actually I have to get accustomed to. That's what I am trying to. As I am playing this for the first time in FIFA 21. So I'm pretty much new on it. That's done. So I have achieved outstanding on it, and I will going to play the next drill as well. So for that drill, for the rest of the season, I'll be continuing as A whenever that is possible. I'll be not playing that anymore, so that will save some time for me as well to simulate the career mode. This is new. This was not there in FIFA 20. This is new. Like you have to control with the defender to a certain zone, and then you have to score a goal. So this is new on in 21. So it's awesome. Then I think also I have achieved A here as well. So this is kind of easy. You just have to protect the ball in the zone and then just score a goal. I guess that's pretty easy here. I don't know how much difficult it would be in the in game, but it seemed pretty easy here in the drill. So I'm passing to the next drill. I guess this is kind of a passing thing. It increases sharpness hugely. So this is a kind of much more important drill than the last two. This is also new. This is new in FIFA 21 as well. Like you have to, yeah, now I can shoot. Yeah, okay, this is the kind of thing. Now the defenders will come in. So it's like I'll be trying it for some time. It took some time for me to understand what exactly it is. We have to play in the circle for continuously. Controlling and everything. Now there are two defenders, and I'll be continuing. I'll try to see. C is not what I want. At least B would have been better for the sharpness and all. So I'll try to achieve B here. So let's get on to the game. I achieved D and I'm okay with it. I will not going to play it much more and don't want to waste it. So sharpness, as you see, increased significantly for the grades that you have received as A, and for D it's +2 only. So once you achieve A, the sharpness increases hugely. So try to achieve as higher the grade as possible. So we'll be just moving the calendar and we'll be going for the transfers directly. I'll not be because I want the responses from the respective clubs that we are waiting for. We're waiting for some big deals to be made. So I'll be getting on to those directly. Yeah, so it's coming from, I guess Legit has responded. So Dale legit, he is asking for the same price tag that we negotiated for. I am not going to pay that much. With Lindelof, I am not going to pay 145 at all, because that could be means I don't think he deserved that much, to be very honest. So they're asking a hefty fee. So I'll try to still negotiate it as much as possible to get it reduced, because we are offering Lindelof, who is an established player as well, and he's out worth 30. So at least it should be lesser. So 115, that's what I'm offering. That is more than his base price actually. But still they're negotiating to 135, and I will try to reduce his much more. At least they're taking Lindelof. I'm not buying him with entire money. I'm trading in as well. So they're sticking to 130. I still have a transfer budget left, and that is a good amount, but I am sticking to 120. I'm not going to. Okay, they have rejected the deal. Okay, so we have lost a legit here. I am not going to pursue any more for him, because I think 130 also was much more while offering Lindelof. So that's why I am not. I was stubborn on that note as well. So this is the thing that was talking about the player development. So this is the new thing that I bought in FIFA 21 for a player. If you want him to be scaled up to play as per your positions, that I normally play in 4-3-3 that I mentioned. So I want my players to be scaled up to certain positions or certain type or for certain areas in the field. So that's why you can actually put them under training for those positions, and they will be trained that way. So he's a left winger back. So I want him as a proper left back. So I just put him under development on that. So similarly, you can do this for any of the thing. Like I mostly have CMs and CDMs and CAM. So some players like Tonali, he's a CDM, but I want him a deep lying playmaker. So you can actually prepare him for that role. So this thing is very good that I liked in 21. Like they brought this thing, so accordingly you can scale your players up as per your need or positioning. So that is why this thing I liked very much. I don't know how much effect it brings in game. So when the player development is complete in our future episodes, we will see how that is affecting the entire gameplay. Van de Beek, actually, I did some research on FUT World, and I saw like this guy's potential is around 87. So uh, I was likely to sell him out and bring someone, some big names in the club. But let's see, I'll sticking to him for the first season. Let's see how he progresses. I want him to become a box to box guy and with a CDM as well. So he's a CM, so that suits my 4-3-3 combination. So I want him to be box to box. That would actually give me the edge to make at least one midfielder who can go for from attack to defense together. Some players actually that mentioned previously as well, I have played with them in FIFA 20, and I really like the growth potential they have shown. And during this career mode gameplay, I will show you how much they developed in the first season itself. So that will give you an idea about the potential of the players. And I feel like I said, like in FIFA 20, I observed this as well. Some players they shows if you see FUT World or somewhere in the potential that shows them around, say some player you are seeing as 88, but if you give them the proper game time and training time as well, they might exceed that. So that I saw in FIFA 20 as well. So I want to see the same thing here in FIFA 21. But as Greenwood is an RM, I want him to be a striker, so I just moved him uh, in the development plan to become a striker. I will show you the Greenwood's price increase as well. This I saw in FIFA 20 as well. I want to see here in 21 how much value it increases in the first season, because as I mentioned, I wanted to trade him in for Haaland. So let's see. Again, training. This will be like Haaland and Sancho's transfer offers have come. I'm going to directly to the offers here. So I guess they're sticking to their what amount that we discussed in the initial transfer. But I'm not going to pay 178 for Haaland, and I'm giving Greenwood, whose potential is around 90, and Haaland is 91. So uh, I don't want to spend that much for Haaland, provided Greenwood I have already put in development plan as striker. If required, we can go for our next season transfer also. So first I will go for Sancho. This player I want, actually I played with him in FIFA 20 and liked him very much, so I want him in my team. Let's see whom we can trade in here, because I am not going to pay 228 at all. So I'm offering Lingard, and lowering down gradually, because I know from 228 if I offer 100 it would be a very much bad impression. I guess then the deal could be rejected straight away. So they are not interested in Lingard, but they have reduced the price a bit. From 228 they have come to 211. Now I'm giving Mata away, and I don't want to negotiate much for Sancho, because I want him in the side. So I'll going for again the rejected Mata, and they're sticking to the price of 211. So let's see. So I'm offering James here, because James is a young guy, has a good potential also. So I guess they could agree on James, but I'll be offering 185, and I'm hoping, yeah, that's it. They have agreed on 185 with James. We're seeing his potential. So if you're offering, if going for any young players, right, try to offer another young guy from your squad who has a potential growth potential as well. So I guess in this year's FIFA we are seeing like the transfer market is more interested into investing in young talents. So as I offered James, they agreed on it in 185. From 228, they reduced it to 185, and James is only about 20. So if you add it up, around 200 we have paid for Sancho. Now for the salary part here, I want to don't want to negotiate much, so I will offer my bid, and I will wait for their say on it. Probably they won't reject and leave. Hopefully. Yeah, so they have come up with their negotiation, and fair enough. I want him in, so I will agree on the fees they are asking me, and Sancho is in my side. So this is a huge signing for me, Sancho. One portion is covered now. I'll go for Haaland. Uh, I won't be negotiating much here. I'll be straight. I will putting my bid. If they rejects, that rejects. That's fine for me, because I want to train up Greenwood as a striker. So 178 they're sticking to. I have the budget, but I don't want to spend it, because I still need some areas to be covered. Some young players I need to buy still. So I'm offering Lingard, and with it 165. They should agree on this. It's huge than this base price, but they've rejected the list straight away. I'm fine with it. I want to train Greenwood up. And next season we will see if at all we require Haaland or not. How much Greenwood progresses, and we have Felix as well and Cavani in the substitutions as well. So the striking seems to be covered pretty much. So I don't think we require Haaland right away. Compared to Greenwood, compared to the lineup, I shortlisted Jonathan David, but I don't think I would go for him actually, because I don't think he is good enough to be replaced with Greenwood or Cavani or anybody else. So I would not go for James actually. Yeah, this guy actually I wanted to be in Frankie De Jong. This guy has actually a huge potential. Potential is around 90 to 91. So I wanted him, and I want to shortlist Arthur also from PSG. This guy also I played with, and he's a kind of a box to box player. And for my side, the way I play, for my playing style, I need him in the midfield area, and he comes for a lesser fee as well. He don't ask for much, so I guess it would be a good buy for me if at all the negotiation goes through. I don't know how much they will ask in 21, but in 20 it was a reasonable price tag he had. Rodri from Mansi. This guy, Mansi, I know they will ask for a huge fee, but still I'm shortlisting him. Maybe I won't go for buying him at all, but I'm shortlisting some players here in the list so that it could be my next purchases actually. So for today's episode 2, that's all for today's episode 2, and uh, I'll be proceeding with it. I have done the entire thing, but as the video length would be much more, so I am breaking it up in episodes. So I'll be uploading the next episode tomorrow again. So see you guys next time. And if you like the progress and all, just comment out, as I mentioned before also, if you want some specific players to be signed in, or any other teams you want the career mode to be simulated, or anything else you want to see in FIFA 21, just comment and I will try to match that up as well. And also, if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe as well, and press the bell icon if you want to get notified whenever the new video is out. The playlist I am tagging in here in this video as well, so you can go through the previous episodes and all the other small clippings that I have for the ultimate team gameplay and everything. And the next episode will be tomorrow again, so tune in again tomorrow. Till then, bye bye.